My struggles was mainly with food. I just couldn't control I didn't know whether I was eating too many carbs, fats or proteins. I had no idea what a protein shake was. And it all started really because of a hobby that I wanted to take up. The hobby that I wanted to take up was kite surfing. And when you do kite surfing, you have to wear a harness. The harness has to be very, very tight. So therefore, because I was bigger than I am now, the fat was coming out of the top, then the harness in the middle, and then the fat was coming out at the bottom, which was horrendous in a wetsuit. But it was something that I absolutely desperately wanted to achieve. I was starting to put on weight, mainly because there's a myth about a certain age that you start to put on weight, your metabolism starts to slow down, and therefore you're not doing enough exercise to combine the eating and fix the metabolism. It made me feel horrible about myself because I couldn't achieve the hobby that I so desired to want to do. I felt unfit, I felt very lethargic, and I desperately wanted to prove a point that I could get fitter to do anything I wanted to do. There's not many females on the beach that are wanting to take up the sport, that I felt quite isolated. I hate being put in that situation, so I tried my best to, if you like, sit outside of that box and try and look in to see what I could do to try and change it. I was trying to change my diet myself, but once again, because I didn't have any information, the correct information, it just wasn't working. Nothing was working. I was listening to other people, about Weight Watchers, Slimming World. It's all unsustainable. You can't keep it up. You don't know how many carbs are in anything. Nothing like that is explained. There's not enough nutritional value. So I was looking for something that was completely sustainable. And the way that Fast Way to Fitness coach you and give you all the information, it's just absolutely fantastic. You know exactly which way you're going. I think it's very important that everybody should have a goal, and when you finish that goal, you need to do and aim for another goal. So last year I did the Jurassic Mighty Hike along the coast. It was absolutely awful. I thought that I'd become fitter, but my fitness was not at the level that it should have been. I was looking away on my phone and Fast Way to Fitness came up and it was you. Well, it's the best thing, honestly, I've ever seen. So I kept studying. I was thinking, is this true? Is it real? Can it be achieved? Weight loss that was needed and the fat percentage that was needed, was it sustainable? Was this going to be a life change forever? Because that's what it needed to be for me. The next step was that I got an appointment to come through to see John. I wasn't nervous, I was just full of excitement, because to me this may have been a new lease of life. After my first session I was absolutely elated. I couldn't wait for the next one, so much so that it was just no hardship to get up to come to the first session of the day. Just jump out of bed, right, it's a new day, let's begin. So my goal initially was to put the kite surfboard on my feet, which was quite difficult when I was carrying a lot of weight around my middle because I couldn't get my knee up to my chest. However, each week, as I was losing weight, I kept trying it. That board was actually getting on my feet and I knew that I was where I needed to be. Emotionally, it has made me a stronger person, much stronger. I've got many wins. We live up a very steep hill. This might be very small to some people, but sometimes I'd get out of the house, walk up the hill to the car, and halfway up I'd have to stop, even though I thought I was quite fit. But now I march up that hill, so that was the first goal. I actually run around parts of a walk that we would normally have done, and I'm saying, right, let's go, one more session. This is the last one for today. Losing the weight was really important. Each week I really wasn't sure whether I was going to get there, because one week I didn't seem to lose that much, and then another week I'd lose quite a chunk. And it was like I was going on a roller coaster, and it wasn't until the end of the 6 weeks that, yes, I did it.